Wyatt Kelce surprises Caitlin Clark with adorable slam dunk.
You're killing it.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Nice job, Wyatt.
That was awesome.
Welcome to PopPlug.
Let's get plugged in.
Because this moment right here is one of those blink and you miss it. Clips that somehow ends up saying everything about family, sports, and the future. What started as a casual podcast episode turned into a viral feel-good moment that fans can't stop replaying. A tiny basketball hoop, a princess dress, one determined 6-year-old, and one of the biggest stars in women's basketball cheering from the sidelines. If you thought this was just another Kelce family moment, think again, because this adorable slam dunk might be the clearest sign yet that Wyatt Kelce is growing up fast. And she's already got one of the most elite cheering sections in sports history. Picture this. Jason Kelce is sitting in his garage studio, recording New Heights with his brother Travis. The vibe is relaxed, laughs, stories, and the final guest of 2025 is on the screen. Caitlin Clark, WNBA superstar, Indiana Fever guard, one of the most talked about athletes in the world right now. She's not just there as a guest either. She's comfortable. She's joking. She's family adjacent at this point. And before anyone realizes what's about to happen, Jason opens a holiday gift she sent him. Out comes a Pop Shot portable basketball hoop and ball. It's small. It's simple. But what happens next turns it into something unforgettable.
Guy's never been this hyped for a president in his life.
Yeah, they got the hoop in there. There we go.
Oh, let's go. Put that at 10 feet. Work on dunking on that.
Jason immediately attaches the hoop to his dog's crate in the garage, laughing like a dad who knows exactly what kind of chaos he's about to invite. He calls out to his kids. You can hear the shuffle. You can feel the anticipation. His 2-year-old daughter, Bennett, is reportedly running away, which honestly feels on brand. But then there's Wyatt, the eldest, the one who steps up. And when she walks into the garage, she's not dressed for basketball practice. She's wearing a pink Disney princess dress, layered over her clothes, like she's ready to rule a kingdom and dominate the paint at the same time.
Wyatt,
He's got reinforcement.
we need somebody to come down and shoot a basketball.
We need.
Oh my gosh, you are wearing the perfect attire. Come down here.
Oh, no.
Can't wait to see what she's got.
Jason laughs immediately and tells her she's wearing the perfect outfit. And honestly, he's not wrong. Because this isn't about form or stats or drills. This is about confidence. Wyatt picks up the ball. She takes a shot. It misses. She tries again. Another miss. Jason encourages her to try shooting one-handed, like daddy. Caitlin Clark is watching closely, smiling, fully invested. Travis Kelce is hyping her up like it's Game 7. And suddenly, this tiny garage feels like the center of the sports universe. Wyatt keeps throwing the ball with everything she's got. Caitlin notices the effort immediately and calls out her strength, joking about her muscles. She even compares Wyatt's throw to a full-on baseball chuck. It's encouragement without pressure, praise without expectation, and you can feel how much that matters. Travis jumps in too, telling her she's killing it. This is a 6-year-old kid being cheered on by one of the greatest athletes of her generation and her Super Bowl winning uncle. And nobody's rushing.
Oh,
They got their muscles going.
oh, that's right, like my daddy. One hand. Go.
Just,
Come on, one hand.
she's like firing
You
at.
got it, girlie.
The moment. Then it happens. The shot goes in, clean. The garage erupts. Jason lights up. Travis celebrates. Caitlin claps and smiles like a proud teammate. Wyatt slips on her dad's headphones, says hello, and Caitlin tells her straight up that it was awesome. Travis calls her adorable. And just like that, a tiny basket becomes a core memory, not just for Wyatt, but for everyone watching.
On baseball, Chuck. You're doing great.
You're killing it.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Nice job, Wyatt.
Once Wyatt heads off camera, Caitlin doesn't stop the praise. She tells Jason that his daughter has a future, and it's not said lightly. Coming from someone who understands the grind, the work, and the talent required to make it at the highest level, that kind of comment lands differently. Jason shares that he and his wife Kylie are slowly introducing their daughters to sports, soccer, gymnastics, letting them explore, letting them choose. And you can hear the pride in his voice when he talks about Wyatt maybe starting to watch sports with him now, instead of always choosing Disney movies. Jason Kelce has joked that his biggest challenge these days isn't breaking down defenses, it's convincing at least one of his daughters to sit on the couch and watch a full game with him. On a November episode of New Heights, Jason admitted that his girls just aren't into sports yet, mostly because they're still so young.
Don't like watching sports with me yet. How do I start to convince them to like watching sports? Is it the haircut? I got to start playing with the games.
So they don't. They're not interested in football.
I think they're so young.
While Wyatt, his oldest, is starting to show some interest, she'd usually rather watch a Disney movie than football. Jason laughed that their attention spans just aren't there, saying kids want the screen changing constantly, not one long game. He joked that he may need to turn game day into an actual game just to keep them engaged.
Wyatt, I think she would do it now. She usually wants to watch some Disney movie or like another thing yet. But hopefully, I'm hopeful that it's going to start to happen.
Even after retiring from the NFL and moving into TV work with ESPN, sports still dominate his life, especially with Kylie, a lifelong Eagles fan. But Jason says above all, he feels incredibly grateful for his 4 healthy, happy daughters. This is where the moment gets bigger than just one basket. Caitlin Clark isn't just a guest on a podcast. She's a role model standing right in front of the next generation. She's someone who shows little girls that strength, competitiveness, and confidence all belong together. And the fact that she's now genuinely woven into the Kelce family says a lot. She's been in suites with Taylor Swift. She's shown up to Travis's games. She's returned to New Heights more than once. She's sending Christmas gifts. This isn't a publicity circuit. This feels real. The Kelce household lives and breathes sports. Jason spent his entire career in the NFL trenches. Kylie is a former field hockey standout. Competition is normal. Movement is encouraged. And now their daughters are growing up surrounded by examples of what dedication looks like. Caitlin Clark fits naturally into that world. She represents the modern era of women's sports, where visibility, respect, and excellence are finally aligning. Women's basketball has exploded in popularity, and Caitlin Clark has been at the center of that shift. She's helped bring new eyes, new fans, and new energy to the WNBA. And moments like this, where she's cheering on a 6-year-old in a princess dress, show why her impact goes beyond the court. She's not just inspiring through highlights, she's inspiring through presence. Wyatt didn't walk in worried about missing shots. She didn't hesitate because of who was watching. She stepped up. She threw the ball. She kept going. And when it finally went in, she owned the moment. That's growth. That's confidence. And yeah, Wyatt Kelce has grown up right in front of us.
You got a future, Jason.
So we'll just cut that up to where we only see that last shot, and that's and that's how the magic works.
This is what we're going to be doing the rest of the night. So
fans online are already calling it one of the most wholesome sports moments of the year. Comments are flooded with people saying this is how kids should be introduced to sports. Others are pointing out how powerful it is for young girls to see someone like Caitlin Clark hyping up a child instead of correcting her. And some are just smiling at how normal and joyful the whole thing feels.
The rocket of an arm, though, she's got it. I can see it. She's got the talent.
Yeah, no.
At the end of the day, this wasn't about a basket. It was about community. It was about showing up. It was about a role model using her platform to lift up a child. And it was about a family creating a space where effort matters more than outcome, confidence is nurtured, and joy comes first. Wyatt may or may not end up playing basketball seriously one day. That part doesn't actually matter. What matters is that when she tried, the people she looks up to told her she was doing great. Moments like this are why fans keep coming back to the Kelce universe. It's loud, it's funny, it's messy, and it's real. And with Caitlin Clark now firmly part of that orbit, it feels like the next generation of sports stories is already being written in the most unexpected, heartwarming ways. So whether you're here for the Kelce family chaos, Caitlin Clark's continued rise, or just a feel-good clip that restores your faith in humanity for a minute, this one truly delivered. And if this is what a casual garage hoop can turn into, just imagine what the future holds next. Follow PopPlug to stay plugged in.